Lizzy. Welcome to my vlog today. The main content of this video is I'm going to introduce a weight loss method to you guys. As we all know, weight loss is now a very hot topic that many youngsters and even middle-aged people are very concerned about it. And what I'm going to introduce you guys is the paleo diet. The paleo diet is a diet of people in the Paleolithic age, dating back 2 million years ago. During that time, our ancestors insisted on eating wild plants and lean meat as food due to the inadequacy of hunting tools and a lot of hunting activities. Therefore, they avoid from diabetes, cancer, and other heart disease with high incidence of modern people. In other words, the paleo diet requires a combination of diet and physical exercise to achieve the goal of weight loss. And then I'm gonna introduce the food and calorie recommendation that can be eaten in the paleo diet. In summary, the paleo diet contains roughly lean meats, fruits, vegetables, nuts, and seeds. Well, fruits and vegetables should be low glycemic. The diet is high in protein, moderate in fat, moderate in carbohydrates, specifically restricting high glycemic index and carbohydrates, high in fiber and low in sodium and refined sugars. And having said so many types of that can be encouraged to eat, let's take a look at what foods are not be allowed in the paleo diet. Example like whole grain, cereals, refined grains, and sugars. The daily product like vegetables, legumes such as beans, alcohol, coffee, refined vegetable oils, and most processed food in general are not be allowed to eat. And the calories from food like lean fish and eggs are 143 and 100 respectively. As I mentioned about in the previous introduction, the paleo diet requires a high level of physical activity as well. And now I will briefly summarize the process of metabolism and digestion. The overall metabolism is divided in 2 stages, as we show in this picture. The 2 stages include anabolism and catabolism. The anabolism refers to the reactions which use energy to build a large molecules from smaller molecules. And the catabolism refers to reactions that break larger molecules into smaller molecules and release energy in the process. And the digestion is a complex process of turning the food you eat to nutrition, which the body uses for energy, growth, and cell repair needed to survive. And now I'm gonna put a picture in here to explain the function of digestion. Mouth is the beginning of the digestion fact, and chewing breaks food into pieces that are more easily to digest. Is muscular tube extending from the pharynx to the stomach by means a series of contractions called peristalsis. The upper gas delivers food to the stomach. The stomach is a sac-like organ with strong muscular walls. In addition to holding the food is also a mixer and grinder. The stomach structures axon and powerful enzymes that continue to the process of breaking down the food. When it leaves the stomach, food is constantly of a liquid or plastic. Food is delivered to the small intestines. The small intestines continue the process of breaking down food by using enzymes, releasing the parasite and bile from the liver. Bile is a compound that acts in the digestion of fat and aligns with products from the blood. And now is delivering to the large intestines. The large intestine is 5 to 6 foot long muscular tubes that connect the cecum, the first part of the large intestine to the rectum, the last part of the large intestine. And a stool is stored in the sigmoid column until a mass movement empties it into the rectum once or twice a day. And it normally takes about 36 hours for stool to get through the column. The descending column becomes full of stool or faucet. It empties its contents into the rectum to begin the process of elimination. I will carry out the part of food energy conservation and storage. About 90% of the energy you harvest from food is liberated by chemical reaction that occur in the mitochondria. At this time, I have to mention the process of ATP, and sugar is converted into ATP. ATP is our energy. There are other non-sugars, such as protein and fat, that can also provide us with energy. It is like below: food, digestion, and absorption into cells. That is to respiration, and then go into ATP, release energy, and then go to muscular and animal movement. About storage after energy storage, ATP is like a tiny battery that stores energy. ATP holds chemical energy and can be used to power a variety of things with the cell. In addition, the paleo diet requires a lot of physical activity to eliminate fat, which means that people must have sufficient energy storage in their daily activities. Otherwise, it will cause the energy into the body that be less than the energy required for daily exercise. So for the paleo diet, I want to express my own opinion. The advantages of paleo diet is a bit obvious because the requirement of the food is low, but relative it brings shortcomings. I think this long-term diet of red meat may bring potential disease such as diabetes and cardiovascular disease. This is what I think it brings a critical point. Here is the research that I found to prove this point. The statistic is like 14,019 diseases occur during 1.2 million person years of follow-up. Increase in red meat consumption over 8 years were associated with a higher mortality risk in the subsequent 8 years among women and men. Moreover, the paleo diet provides enough needs of meat for the human body, but the fact is it does bring potential risks. However, the omission of whole grains, dairy, and lignans could lead to subpotential intake of important nutrition. This is the end of my vlog today, and that is my student card.